Okay, so ultrastructure and function of cell. Okay. Okay, so the first learning outcome, right? The first learning outcome of this chapter is to list. List. The first subtopic that you can see there is principle of the cell theory, right? Where you have to list. So kalau LO kita list, you don't have to worry. Hafal je apa list dia. Make sure faham maksud dia. Right? Because in exam, kalau soalan tanya, which of the following is not the correct principle of cell? Which one is the correct principle of cell? Itu sahaja. So make sure you faham what are the principle of cell theory. Okay? Right. So again, LO tak payah salin. You nampak kan ada subtopik kat situ, principle of cell kan? Dia punya LO, list. Tambah list je lah. Alright? Okay. Okay. Next one. Right. So there are 6 cell theory. Teori mengenai sel. Right? Yang pertama, the first tenet of cell theory is that all non-living things made up of cell. Bahasa Melayu, semua benda hidup terhasil daripada sel. So that is the first theory, the first tenet. Okay, right. So as you can see, I'm highlighting or underlining the keyword, right? Living thing made up of cell. So get the keyword. So easy for you to hafal, right? Okay. Second one. Cell is the structural and functional unit of all living things. Right? Maksudnya, sel ialah basic struktur dan juga fungsi untuk setiap benda hidup. Sel ialah struktur, basic struktur. Struktur asas dan fungsi asas kepada semua benda hidup. Alright, kenapa? Because the cell itself is dalam sel berlaku semua chemical reaction. Right? So kalau tak ada sel, tindak balas kimia tak akan berlaku. So tak adalah benda hidup. Macam tu. Okay. Number 3, all cell came from pre-existing cell by division. Okay. Semua sel yang ada sekarang datang daripada cell that already exist before. Okay. How that is possible? By division. Okay. Go back and kita tengok balik kita punya cell PP. Let's say, okay, this is our chick cell. So chick cell is an example of animal cell. Alright. So this is one chick cell. So one chick cell ni dia akan divide. So kita panggil sebagai the process of division lah. Dia akan divide dan dia akan jadi 2 sel anak yang baru. So cell came from pre-existing cell. Right? So sel-sel yang ada sekarang telah datang daripada sel yang telah wujud sebelum-sebelum ni melalui proses pembahagian sel. So this one, division. Proses pembahagian sel. Okay, right. Next, number 4. Okay, cells contain heredity information, which is passed from one cell to another cell during cell division. Right? Dalam sel mengandungi maklumat genetik ataupun maklumat keturunan. Ataupun maklumat-maklumat yang akan diperturunkan ataupun diwariskan. Alright, heredity information which will be passed, yang akan dihantar ataupun diwariskan from one cell to another cell during the cell division. Okay, dekat mana ada all this heredity information? In the nucleus. We are still talking about our chick cell, for example. So here in the nucleus, dalam nucleus ada kromosom. Dalam kromosom ada DNA. So DNA contain genetic information dalam DNA. Okay, right. And next one, number 5, all cells are basically the same in chemical composition. Semua sel, alright, basically have the same chemical. Okay, iaitu most of them mesti ada komponen yang sama, like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, ini biasa. Okay, so they are basically the same in terms of chemical composition. And lastly, number 6, all energy flow of life occurs within the cell. Pengaliran tenaga berlaku di dalam sel. Alright, pengaliran tenaga berlaku di dalam sel. Kenapa? Dalam sel kita, right? One of the important component dekat dalam sel ni ada satu benda yang kita panggil sebagai organel ni namanya mitochondria. Nanti kita belajar. Ada mitochondria. So mitochondria tugas dia ialah untuk produce energy. Right? So the energy produced within the cell basically will be flow within the cell. So itulah satunya. Okay. So they are 6 tenets. Keyword number 1, all living cell is made up. All living things is made up of cell. Keyword number 2. It is a structural. Cell is structural and functional unit of living thing. Number 3, keyword dia. Cell came from pre-existing cell by division. Cell contain genetic information. Cell have same chemical composition. Energy flow inside the cell. 6. Okay, right. Okay, right. Next. Okay, that is LO number 1. Okay, so basically, right, to understand the cell theory, you can see this is what happened to us and all other cells. So start daripada atom. Kita ni, right? I mean, all the cell actually came from atom, right? From atom, they become molecule. From molecule, combine, it becomes macromolecule like carbohydrate, protein, okay, nucleic acid and whatnot. And this macromolecule then, undergo some chemical activities and whatnot. Then it become organelle. Contoh organelle ni lah, mitochondria. Okay. So daripada organel maka terbentuklah sel. Contoh macam kita buat hari tu. Kita buat onion cell, kita buat chick cell, right? So those are cell. And cell combines together. So, right? Sel yang sama, chick cell combine with chick cell, dia akan jadi chick tissue. Okay. Chick. Chick tissue. Dia akan jadi tisu pipi contohnya. So, tisu pipi campur dengan tisu mulut, campur dengan mungkin campur dengan lidah and whatnot, maka jadilah satu organ. Organ contohnya. Mulut, organ kita ni contoh. Right? Lepas tu, organ. Right? Organ satu lah. Mulut tu organ. Perut satu organ. Okay. Next, organ combine with another organs, then it become systems. Jadilah contohnya sistem pencernaan. And sistem-sistem bergabung, sistem pencernaan, campur sistem pernafasan, campur sistem otot, jadilah contohnya manusia or organism. Okay. So the idea is it came from cell. Daripada cell dia jadi tissue. From tissue it become organ. Right. From organ jadi system. From system became organism. Right? Okay. So detail, insyaAllah later belajar bio tu. Okay. tissue, organ, system, and whatnot. Okay. Right. Okay. Next, we go to the next LO. Right. So our next LO is to identify and describe. Bila kata identify, makna kata you kena tahu rupa. Right. So gambar kena ada kat sini. Okay. Identify and describe structure of prokaryotic cell. And number 2, compare the structure and the structure of prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Right? So kalau tak sempat salin, boleh ambil gambar. Macam biasa, LO boleh ambil gambar. Okay? Alright. For those who first time dengar perkataan prokaryot, and number 2 is eukaryotic cell. Okay. So, for those who first time yang dengar, so you need to know what is prokaryot, what is eukaryot. Okay. Prokaryot, pro means Latin word, pro means before. Before or sometimes people refer to not true. Okay. Karyotik ni came from Latin word juga, maksudnya karyon. Karyon ni maksudnya nucleus. Karyon. Okay, just introduction for you to know, right? Because you are going to deal with a lot of perkataan ni lepas ni. Prokaryot, eukaryot, right? Okay. So, prokaryotic cell is actually, so kesimpulan dia, prokaryotic cell is cell that do not have true nucleus. Cell that not have true nucleus. Sel yang tidak mempunyai nukleus sebenar. Apa maksud not having true nucleus? Siapa boleh tolong jawab? Not having true nucleus maksudnya apa? Perlu, kena ada nukleus. Kalau tak ada nukleus, dia mati. Dia tak boleh, sebab ingat dalam nukleus ada DNA. Kalau tak ada DNA, kromosom, how can they kata apa? Survive. Tapi apa yang beza dia? Not having true nucleus means the nucleus is not enclosed. Nukleus dia tidak dibaluti. Apa dia? Not enclosed by nuclear membrane. Nukleus dia tidak dibaluti oleh membran nukleus. Ataupun bahasa biasa orang panggil naked nucleus. Macam nukleus dia duduk togel macam tu, dia tak ada benda yang membaluti dia. Right? So that is naked nucleus, or we call it as, itulah, not having true nucleus means nucleus. Nucleus pun dah salah dah ni. Nucleus. Nucleus that is not enclosed by nuclear membrane. Membrane of the nucleus, in other words. Okay? Faham ke? Right. So that is prokaryote, meaning it is cell or organism that do not have true nucleus, which means the nucleus is not surrounded by a membrane. Nama membrane tu nuclear membrane. So, kalau eukaryote, U maksudnya true. So, eukaryote, so organism or cell that have true nucleus. What does it mean by true nucleus? Nucleus is surrounded or enclosed by nuclear membrane. So that is the difference. Okay. So ini salah satu karakteristik membezakan prokaryot and eukaryot. So ada lagi benda-benda lain yang membezakan dia. Okay, so ini basic basic. Okay, alright. So next one, apa contoh? What is the example of eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell? Okay, example of prokaryotic cell ialah, siapa boleh bagi madam contoh? Bacteria, very good. Okay, bacteria. This is example of prokaryotic cell. Okay, bacteria. So bacteria is categorized as prokaryote. Okay. Okay. What about eukaryote? Eukaryotic cell. What is the example of eukaryotic cell? Kita buat kat bawah sikit sebab tak cukup. Okay, apa dia? Contoh? Fungi. Fungi apa? Kulat. Okay, contoh dia fungi. Fungi is kulat. Contoh kulat ialah mushroom. Contoh. Okay, so mushroom is under eukaryote. Lagi apa? Protozoa. Okay, ataupun kita panggil protista. So ni semua kita belajar bio tu nanti. Contoh protista, ameba. Siapa kenal ameba? Ameba, pernah dengar nama tu? Paramecium. Itu semua protista. Ataupun under kategori protozoa. Okay. Contoh paramecium. Okay. Lagi, apa lagi contoh? Eukaryotic cell. Plant cell. And of course, animal cell. Okay, remember we observe Volvox under the microscope. So Volvox tu is protista. Under category protista, Volvox tu. Okay, right. So these are the example of prokaryotic cell and also eukaryotic cell. Okay, so this is very important. So sekarang kita tahu bacteria is prokaryote, animal cell, plant cell, blah 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 is under eukaryote. Okay, so our first LO after this yang kita nak belajar is we are going to explore the prokaryotic cell first. Okay, so kita akan go into the detail structure and component of a prokaryotic cell. Alright. Okay. So, prokaryotic cell. Example, tadi, bacteria. Right. So, you don't have this picture, but you can refer to textbook. For those who have textbook, page 167. But for those who have e-book, I will show you how to search using e-book. Okay. Sekejap lagi. Alright. So, you can see here, prokaryotic cell is lacking a true nucleus. So, kita faham apa maksud lacking a true nucleus. They are also lacking of membrane enclosed organelle. Dia tak ada organelle yang dibaluti oleh membrane. Sama juga. Okay. And then, it is much simpler. Right? And they are include bacteria and archaea. Okay. Apa archaea? Kejap lagi madam terangkan. Okay. Right? So this picture agak kecil. So madam akan guna dulu gambar yang ni. This is similar to those in your notes, right? Okay. Okay, we go to the typical structure of a prokaryotic cell. So ingat gambar kena hafal, right? And you have to faham and hafal the structure, every detail structure. Okay. Right, we start with the paling luar sekali, the outermost covering or outermost layer of a prokaryote. Okay, right. Number one, the outermost layer, yang paling luar, lapisan paling luar of a prokaryote here, which is a bacteria. Gambar ni ialah gambar bacteria ya. Right, is glycocalyx. Okay, glycocalyx nama dia. So kalau ada label yang tak cukup, you labelkan. Okay. Ataupun setengah buku tulis sebagai kapsul. Okay. Right. Next. So lapisan paling luar is glycocalyx and then masuk lapisan dalam sikit. Lapisan dalam sikit dia adalah cell wall. Dia pun ada cell wall macam plant cell tapi it is not made of cellulose. Okay, kita recap balik, kita dah belajar chapter 2, right? Cellulose is the component of the plant cell wall. Okay, untuk tumbuhan, komponen cell wall dia adalah dibuat daripada cellulose. Tapi kalau untuk bakteria, cell wall dia is not made of cellulose. Ingat it is not made of cellulose. What it is made of? Okay, kejap lagi. Sekarang ni kita pergi tengok structure dulu. Okay. Next, masuk sikit. Layer seterusnya. Glycocalyx, cell wall, masuk dalam sikit. Baru kita jumpa plasma membrane. So this is the plasma membrane ataupun cell membrane. Boleh. Okay. Alright, next. Masuk lagi dalam. You can see a very, ni lah, kawasan ni. Ya, kawasan tengah-tengah ni, yang kawasan ni. Satu kawasan ni semua kita panggil cytoplasm. So this is cytoplasm. Okay, the whole area we call as cytoplasm. What can you found in or within the cytoplasm? Apa you boleh jumpa? Ataupun kalau tak faham kan, madam saya tak faham cytoplasm yang mana. Kawasan yang berwarna ungu, yang warna ungu tu adalah cytoplasm. Okay. Ataupun setengah buku tulis cytosol, yes. So dua-dua kita boleh pakai. Cytosol or cytoplasm. Boleh. Okay. What can you found within the cytoplasm or cytosol? Apa kita boleh jumpa? Nombor satu kita boleh jumpa ni yang paling besar. Kromosom. So yang mana kromosom? Yang macam Maggie tu lah. Yang macam Maggie tu ke cacing-cacing tu, that is kromosom. Okay, but you can see kromosom dia togel, right? It's naked. It is not bounded or surrounded by anything. Dia sorang-sorang kat situ, right? So that is the chromosome of prokaryotic cell. Okay, chromosome of prokaryotic cell is found within nucleoid region. Okay, dengar ni. Nucleoid region tu apa? Nucleoid region ialah kawasan yang mana terletaknya kromosom dia. Saya ulang. Nucleoid region adalah region atau kawasan where the chromosome is located. Faham? Faham tak? Dekat mana duduknya kromosom, kawasan tu kita panggil nucleoid region. Okay? Right. So, chromosome is found or is located in the nucleoid region. Okay. Okay, number 1. Okay, number 2. Ribosome. Mana satu ribosome? Yang bulat-bulat kecil-kecil itu ribosome. Okay, apa fungsi dia? Okay, kejap lagi. Sekarang ni kena kenal pasti dulu. Okay, next. Another bulat-bulat. Tapi besar sikit daripada ribosome. That is storage granule. Granule means macam kantong ataupun something benda bulat yang menyimpan sesuatu. So, kita panggil granule. Okay. Alright, storage granule. Okay, next one. Okay, one structure that look like a circular structure. Bentuk dia bentuk bulat macam gegelang. Right, that is plasmid. Okay. Right, so don't get confused between chromosome and plasmid. Dua-dua ada genetic information. Tapi beza plasmid bentuk dia bulat. Okay, right. Memang macam getah rambut bulat je. Macam tu. Okay. Alright, next one is the long hairy structure we call as flagellum or flagella. Dua-dua boleh guna. Cuma beza singular plural. Kalau satu, flagellum lah. Kalau banyak-banyak, flagella. Okay. And last one is the short hairy structure. Ni macam rambutan ni. This is what we call as fimbriae. Fimbriae. Kalau nak takut nak sebut eja dia betul kan? Fimbriae. So macam itulah. Tapi sebut betul dia fimbriae. Okay. So these are the structure of a typical prokaryotic cell of bacteria. Okay. Any questions so far? Right? Boleh? Okay. So next we go to the general characteristic, right? So general characteristic of a prokaryote, right, or prokaryotic cell is that they are organism in the domain of bacteria and archaea. Okay. Archaea tu apa, madam? Archaea ialah sejenis bakteria juga, but archaea can live in apa? Dia boleh tinggal di tempat yang sangat ekstrim. Sangat sejuk, sangat panas, sangat masin. Dia boleh hidup tempat yang sangat-sangat ekstrim. Okay. Can live in extreme environment. Dia tahan kepada suhu-suhu yang lebih tinggi daripada biasa. Contoh, bakteria yang boleh duduk dekat kawasan gunung berapi. So tak semua bakteria boleh duduk situ. So siapa yang boleh duduk situ kita panggil dia archaea. Archaea. Right? For example, extreme hot environment like in volcano area, in hot spring. Kan tengok cerita apa tu cerita 2012 ke, kalau awak ingat lah. Kan? Cerita 2012, bapak dia nak bawa anak pergi camping dekat kawasan Yellowstone. Yellowstone tu tempat kolam air panas. So dekat kolam air panas tu sebenarnya banyak bakteria yang ni lah, yang boleh tahan suhu yang panas. Contoh tu. Okey, lagi satu dekat Laut Masin. Dalam Laut Masin, Laut Mati tu, kan? Dekat Laut Mati tu pun ada archaea yang boleh hidup dekat kawasan yang sangat-sangat masin. Okay, so next, bacteria and archaea are classified as prokaryotic cell. They are simpler and smaller, and typical bacteria size is around 1 to 5 micrometer sahaja. So size dia biasa, diameter dia hujung ke hujung sini 1 hingga 5 sahaja. Volvox awak tu lagi besar. Sebab Volvox is Eukaryote. Dia lagi besar. Walaupun Volvox tu 190 je. Awak buku hari tu kan? Awak kira berapa senggat? Ada 14 senggat kali 10. So 140 contohnya. Okay. So bacteria is much smaller. Next, DNA. The DNA or the chromosome is confined within nucleoid region. So DNA dia terletak di kawasan nucleoid region and it is not enclosed by membrane. No organelles. Okay. Ataupun kita tambah ayat sedap sikit. No membrane bound organelle. Tambah ayat please. No membrane bound organelle. Maksudnya dia tak ada organel yang dibaluti oleh membrane. Contoh, mitokondria. Dia tak ada mitokondria. Right? So they do not have membrane bound organelle. Organel yang dibaluti oleh membrane. Right? And it has cytoskeleton. So prokaryote has cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton maksudnya skeleton apa? Kerangka. Cyto sel. Lebih kurang macam tu. Cyto atau cytoplasm. Dia ada kerangka sel. Madam, kerangka sel ni apa? Kerangka sel ni cytoskeleton is a structure that will maintain the shape of the cell. Sebab tu bakteria tu bentuk dia macam gitu contohnya. Ada bakteria macam gitu. So kenapa bentuk dia boleh kekal seperti itu? Sebab ada cytoskeleton, ada kerangka. Right? Macam tu. Tapi jangan ingat semua bakteria bentuk macam ni ya. Ada bakteria yang bentuk bulat, ada bakteria yang bentuk rantaian macam ni. Nanti semua you belajar. Besok you pergi kuliah, you belajar. Kan nak jadi nurse, kena tahu bakteria. Alright, next. Okay, let's go into the detailed structure for each component. Okay, number 1, nucleoid. So, bila sebut nucleoid, boleh bayang tak? Kat mana nucleoid? Kalau boleh bayang kat mana, maksudnya dia dah ada kat sini. Okay, right. So, nucleoid is region or parts that contain the chromosome. Kawasan yang mana kromosom terletak. Right? Or where the DNA is located. So, that is we call as nucleoid region. Okay, number 1. Okay. Number 2, ribosome. Ribosome yang mana satu ribosome? Yang bulat kecil-kecil tu. Okay. So, ribosome is complexes. Okay. Madam tambah. It is protein complexes. Untuk you faham, yang ribosome tu terhasil daripada protein. Okay. So, ribosomes is protein complexes that helps to synthesize protein. Tugas dia adalah untuk menghasilkan protein. Okay, protein, it is a complexes that synthesize protein. Okay, right. Now next, the ribosome is smaller than eukaryote. Maknanya eukaryote ada ribosome, prokaryote ada ribosome. Cuma bezanya ribosome of prokaryote is smaller. Smaller tu berapa small, madam? Madam bagi tahu siap-siap lah, nanti kita ajar juga. Size dia 70S. Eukaryote punya ribosome, size dia 80S. Nak bagi tahu yang ni kecil, ni besar. Okay. S tu apa, madam? Sentimeter ke? Bukan. Dia ada unit dia. Untuk ribosome ada unit. Okay. Dia bukan mikrometer, bukan milimeter, dia bukan meter. Nama dia S. Susahlah nak sebut. Okay. Tapi dia 70S. Okay. Just for your information. Okay, done? Alright, next. Okay. Storage granule. Which one is the storage granule? Yang bulat tapi besar. Okay, this is the storage granule. Remember, ribosome will be a little bit smaller. Okay. So, cytoplasm or cytosol dia kawasan yang keseluruhan yang berwarna kuning. Nucleoid region? Kawasan yang terletaknya kromosom tu. So, this is nucleoid. Okay. Right, storage granule. What is the function of storage granule? The function of storage granule nama pun storage. So, tugas dia untuk store nutrients. Okay, simpan nutrient. Alright, next one. Okay, that is the internal structure. So, bahagian dalam prokaryotic cell. Okay. Now, we go to the external structure. So, bahagian luar, siapa nama tu? Prokaryotic cell. So, we start with glycocalyx. So, ingat ejaan dia, glycocalyx. Okay. Right, glycocalyx is a jelly-like or slime layer. So, sifat dia, dia berlendir ataupun dia sticky. Sifat dia, okay? Jelly-like or slime. So, dia sticky lah. Dia melekit bentuk dia, sifat dia, okay? Right. So, glycocalyx is the outer coating of many prokaryotes. Dia lapisan paling luar of a prokaryote, right? And it is made of polysaccharide. So, glycocalyx is made of polysaccharide. So, polysaccharide tu apa? Ingat tak? Karbohidrat. Jenis yang mana? Monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. So, dia adalah gula yang kompleks. So, polysaccharide. complex sugar. Okay, so carbohydrate lah. Kita tahu carbohydrate. Okay, right. The function of glycocalyx is for protection. So glycocalyx is made of polysaccharide and it is meant for protection. Untuk protect the bacteria or the prokaryotes lah. Okay, so layer yang warna apa is the glycocalyx. Which layer if you can see from the picture? Yang warna merah. So the outermost coating tu, right, is the glycocalyx. Okay. Next layer, next one is plasma membrane. Okay. So plasma membrane is made of lipid bilayer. Bahasa Melayu apa tadi? Kita belajar itu? Dua lapisan? Dua lapisan fosfolipid. Okay. Ingat Phospholipid. Phospholipid is made of? Ulang kaji. Nak peksa dah 20 bulan. Ulang kaji. Phospholipid is made of glycerol plus how many fatty acid? 1 or 2. Are you sure? Kalau 3 ialah 3 glyceride kan? So glycerol plus 2 fatty acid plus ada phosphate group. Dengan additional attachment lah. Okay. Right. Macam mana rupa phospholipid bilayer, ingat ke? Yang ni. So the bilayer. Remember? Mana satu bahagian yang hydrophobic? Yang kaki ke yang kepala? So this one. So this is the hydrophobic tail. Hydrophobic tail facing interior. Yang kat luar ni adalah hydrophilic. Hydrophilic head. Okay, so this is the phospholipid bilayer yang kita dah belajar tu. So membrane, plasma membrane yang warna hijau ni, lapisan warna hijau ni is made of phospholipid bilayer. Okay, apa sifat dia? It is selective barrier. Bahasa Melayu, telak memilih. Telak memilih. Apa maksud telak memilih? Ni yang tertentu sahaja yang dapat melaluinya, right? Okay. So it is a selective barrier that only allows passage of certain substances like oxygen, nutrient, waste product, bahan-bahan buangan, water, in and out of the cell. Okay. So kalau madam lukis, tak apa, tak payah. Itulah maksudnya dia Sekejap. Nak tunjuk sikit lah sebab nanti takut you tak faham. Okay. Contoh. Ini ada oksigen. Right? So dia telak memilih, meaning it only allow certain substance or molecule to pass through it. Contoh oksigen. Oksigen boleh terus melaluinya. Tak ada masalah. Carbon dioxide daripada belah dalam contohnya. Boleh terus keluar. Tak ada masalah. So it allow certain substances only to pass through it. Ada substance lain tak boleh lalu. Okay, alright. So tu nanti kita belajar chapter 4. Okay, next. Right, protein embedded on the bilayer and used for transport of substances. Okay, dekat phospholipid bilayer tu juga ada protein. Yang ini kita akan belajar chapter 4. Ni kat sini ada protein. Ada protein dekat celah-celahan phospholipid bilayer yang tugas dia untuk transport substance. Okay, contoh nak transport ion ke, contohnya sodium ion nak bawa masuk ke dalam sel, boleh melalui protein. Okay, so semua kita belajar nanti. Right? Okay, that is plasma membrane. Okay, any question? Nak tanya apa-apa tanya? Tak ada? Okay, next one is the cell wall. Okay, so remember back, the cell wall is the outermost layer of or outermost coating, outermost pula dah. The next coating after the capsule or glycocalyx. Okay, so the cell wall is made of peptidoglycan. So ingat, cell wall of bacteria is made of peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan adalah gabungan polysaccharide plus protein. That's why nama dia peptidoglycan. Peptido ni datang daripada perkataan peptide. Remember? Peptide bond in protein. Glycan maksudnya gula. And the function of cell wall is to maintain shape of the bacteria. Tugasnya untuk memaintainkan bentuk, mengekalkan bentuk bakteria. Okay. So as you notice, your notes is less or lacking of pictures. So you have to put some effort to get more pictures. Either referring to textbook ataupun you can use Google, right? You can use ebook, right? Kita tak nak letak banyak gambar sebab nanti takut awak punya nota jadi lagi tebal. So lagi tebal nanti lagi mahal, kan? Macam tu. Okay. Alright. Okay. So next one. Fimbriae. Remember fimbriae? Which one? Yang macam rambutan punya bulu tu. Yang pendek-pendek tu, right? Fimbriae. So fimbriae is a fine filamentous structure. Struktur dia halus saja. Fine. Fine maksudnya halus, right? And it is located on the surface of the prokaryote, right? And it is for adherence of some prokaryotes. Adherence maksudnya melekat. Contoh, this is one bacteria. Ini dia punya fimbriae. This is another bacteria over here. And this is the fimbriae. Macam gitu. So dia boleh allow them to adhere to one another. They can communicate secara physical contact or chemical. Okay. Contoh bakteria yang sebelah kanan ni kurang air. So bakteria sebelah kiri boleh tolong hantarkan air through fimbriae. Macam itulah. Alright. And next one is flagella. Yang panjang tu. So the function of flagella is for locomotion. Pergerakan. Some bacteria have one flagellum, some have two, or some have more than two flagella. Okay, all right. So it depends. Okay, done? Okay, so that is all the structure of a prokaryotic cell. Okay, so let's go more sikit, introduction to eukaryotic cell. Okay, any question? Any question? Tak ada? Okay. Okay, next we go to eukaryotic cell. A little bit introduction. Okay. So eukaryotic cell basically larger in size. So the size is 10 to 100 micrometer size dia, right? And DNA is located within the nucleus. Bukan dekat nucleoid region dah. So DNA is found or located within the nucleus and it has nuclear membrane. Dan ada membran yang membaluti the nucleus lah. Nuclear membrane kita panggil. And nuclear membrane tu is double membrane. Dia ada dua lapisan. Maksudnya membrane of nucleus is double membrane. Membrane of nucleus is double membrane. Ni ayat mudah nak faham lah. Membrane of nucleus is double membrane. Okay, next. Eukaryote have or organelles. So dia ada organelle ataupun membrane bound organelle. Boleh tambah ayat membrane bound organelles. Dia mempunyai organelle yang dibaluti oleh membrane and they also have skeletons. And they are include protista, right? Protist. Ni contoh protist. Amoeba, paramecium, euglena. Ni contoh-contoh protist. Okay. Right. Next, fungi, animal cell, and plant cell. So these are general characteristic of a eukaryote or eukaryotic cell. Okay. Right. For textbook, you may refer to page 170 and 171. Okay, for pictures and general structure. Okay, general description. Okay. Dan, okay, paramecium bentuk macam tapak kaki, amoeba bentuk dia macam merapu-gapu tu, bentuk dia amoeba, right? Euglena bentuk dia macam apple tapi panjang sikit. Macam tu, dan dia ada flagella. Okay. Okay. Now, this is the picture of typical animal cell. Tak ada gambar kan? So that is very important for you to have pictures. Yang ada tu pun ada satu. Muka surat apa tu? Ada. Okay, ada. Right? Okay. You may also take this picture if you want to. Right? And nanti print ke apa ke boleh. Or you may screenshot later from the video later on pun boleh. Okay. Alright. Okay. So this is a typical animal cell. Remember? Animal cell, contoh macam chick cell tu adalah categorized under animal cell lah. Right. So you can see the outermost layer, especially for those yang tak ada basic science tu, ini penting. Gambar-gambar macam ni penting. Right. So we start with the paling luar sekali. Paling luar sekali. Lapisan yang luar ni. Ni. Lapisan luar ni kita panggil sebagai, yang ni dia tulis cytoplasmic membrane. Kita biasa guna plasma membrane. Kita tukarlah dia. Boleh je kita panggil plasma membrane. Okay. So yang paling luar plasma membrane. Tak ada sel wall ya, because it is animal cell. Dalam nota pakai apa? Plasma kan? Right? Okay. Next kita masuk dalam. Right? So kawasan yang paling luas yang ada banyak-banyak macam-macam benda tu, cytoplasm. Right? So cytoplasm mewakili the kawasan. Okay? Cytoplasm or cytosol. Dua-dua boleh pakai dalam exam. Okay? Right. Walaupun definition cytoplasm dan cytosol sebenarnya berbeza. Kalau you Google, maksud cytosol lain, maksud cytoplasm lain. Tapi kita boleh pakai as general. Okay? Alright. Next. Remember when you observe chick cell tu, you nampak, ni gambar chick cell, you nampak warna biru paling pekat dekat tengah-tengah tu. Ni apa? The nucleus. So this is the nucleus. The whole structure we call as nucleus. Yeah, the whole structure. But if you go into the detailed structure of the nucleus, right? Nucleus tu ada komponen-komponen dia, which include nucleolus. Nucleolus ni yang paling pekat ni, hitam ni, nucleolus. Right? And nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane. So ni membrane dia. So ni membrane dia. So nuclear membrane. And you can see that bila padam balik nampak tak ada double membrane. Ini bahagian luar, ini bahagian dalam. So nuclear membrane is double membrane. Okay? Right. Next one is we go to the gambar sebelah, gambar macam mana? Okay. Next, we go to the next structure known as endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum ni ada dua. Rough and smooth. Bahasa Melayu, jalinan endoplasma kasar dan jalinan endoplasma licin. Satu rough and satu lagi smooth. Madam, bentuk dia macam mana, madam? Bentuk dia macam maze. Okay, macam maze, awak main maze, cerita maze ke apa ke kan? Dia macam maze bentuk dia. Okay. Cuma beza kasar tu kenapa kasar? You akan nampak dia ada dot. Ada ribosom. Okay. Kalau yang ada kasar dia ada macam ni. Kalau yang halus dia kosong je. Dia bentuk yang macam tu je. Salah. Kalau yang halus dia tak ada ribosom. Okay, right. Okay, so next one. So awak tengok ini. Yang mana yang kasar, mana yang halus? Ni rough. Nampak? This is rough ER. Rough endoplasmic reticulum. Yang ini smooth. S-E-R. Smooth ER. Dalam exam boleh guna ya? R-E-R. Boleh guna. Huruf besar syarat dia. Okay. Next one. There is another structure yang macam ala-ala maze juga. Tapi dia lain sikit. So kita panggil Golgi. Ni yang warna kuning ni. Golgi. Golgi apparatus. Bahasa Melayu, jasad Golgi. Okay. Bentuk dia macam mana? Bentuk dia macam stack of pancake. Bentuk dia macam ni. Dia bukan macam maze, tapi dia bentuk macam ni. This is Golgi. That is how to differentiate ER dengan Golgi. ER dia bersambung. Dia memang macam maze. Right? Tapi Golgi dia macam pancake. Okay. Stack of pancake. Right. Macam kantung-kantung sikit. Tapi dia panjang melepeh-lepeh. Okay. Next one. We go to mitochondria. Okay. Mitochondria. This one. Okay. Macam mana bentuk mitochondria? Madam buat ringkas. Bentuk dia macam ni. Bulat. Dalam dia ada macam ni. Okay. So this is mitochondria. Ada lipatan-lipatan di dalamnya. So this is mitochondria. Okay. And next one is chloroplast. So chloroplast bentuk dia macam mana? Dia macam ni. Ada dua membrane. Dan dalam dia macam ada duit shilling bertingkat-tingkat. Lebih kurang macam tu. Okay. Ada duit shilling yang disusun bertingkat-tingkat. So itu, this is chloroplast. Okay. And lagi, dot kecil you nampak dekat cytoplasm ni. Ribosome. So this is ribosome lah. Okay, ribosomes. Right? And you ada nampak benda besar ni kan? Tapi dia tak label. Kita pun tak belajar dia. So abaikan. Nama dia peroxisome. Tapi kita tak belajar peroxisome. Okay. Okay, ni. Okay, habis. So that is typical structure of animal cell. Okay, right. So why I'm drawing you a little bit gambar dia sikit-sikit untuk bagi you ability untuk ingat. Sebab gambar memang kena ingat. Memang kena ingat. Okay, right. Okay, sikit lagi. Okay. Alright. So when we talk about eukaryote just now, right? So eukaryote like fungi, protists, animal cell, plant cell. So they are share certain basic features. Tak kisahlah, prokaryote pun sama. Prokaryote dengan eukaryote some of the features are similar, which they have plasma membrane. Sama, dua-dua ada plasma membrane. Tak kisah prokaryot ke eukaryot ke ada plasma membrane. Do we have this note? Ada? Ada? Alright. Okay, they have plasma membrane and the plasma membrane is selective barrier, telak memilih. Next, they have also the same features like cytoplasm. Right, dua-dua prokaryot ke eukaryot ke ada cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is the interior or content within the cell. Right, so it is region between the nucleus and also the plasma membrane. Kawasan yang meliputi daripada plasma membrane sampai nukleus. The whole thing tu kita panggil cytoplasm. Right. Cytosol pula, if cytosol is the semi-fluid portion of the cytoplasm. So kalau kita nak refer kepada cytosol sahaja tu adalah dia punya fluid itu sahaja. Dia bukan cecair, cytoplasma tu bukan bentuk cecair, dia semi-fluid. Dia macam tak keras sangat, tak cair sangat. Macam agar-agar mungkin atau lembik sikit daripada agar-agar. So dia semi-fluid. Okay, right. So kalau kita refer kepada perkataan cytosol je, cytosol saja means we are referring to the fluid sahaja. But when we talk about cytoplasm, dia adalah semi-fluid tu campur dengan everything yang you jumpa dalam cytoplasm tu. So kita panggil cytoplasm. Faham tak? Okay, right. So suspended in the cytosol are organelles. Ikutlah, so you nak guna, kalau ingat balik, ulang. Kalau kita guna cytosol means actually we are referring to the fluid, semi-fluid area sahaja. When we refer to cytoplasm, we are referring to the semi-fluid area plus the organelle plus the semua tu, nukleus semua tu kita panggil cytoplasm. Okay. Right. Okay, ni ada apa kena salin? Tak ada. Okay. Alright, so next later on is the comparison structure between bacteria and animal cells. So next part you akan belajar the what? The eukaryotic cell pula, which is animal cell, and the comparison between it. Okay, right. Complete the table. Okay, before we go into the detail later on about animal cell, then you have to learn on the basic comparison between the structure of bacteria cell and animal cell. Okay, kejap. I want to highlight something. Kalau dia sebut sini, compare the structure of bacteria cell and animal cell, actually, the question is also asking you to compare bacteria and eukaryote. Sebenarnya bila disebut animal cell, dia sebenarnya refer kepada eukaryote. Kalau disebut bakteria, sebenarnya dia refer kepada prokaryote. Faham tak? So, kalau madam tukar soalan lepas ni, compare prokaryote and eukaryote. Jawapan dia sama tak? Almost the same. Cuma, ada certain benda yang berbeza. Okay, tak apa. You salin dulu. Okay, right? Now, this is, okay, again, I repeat, this is a table of comparison between bacteria cell and animal cell. So, in other words, this also could be a comparison between a prokaryote or a prokaryotic cell and a eukaryotic cell. Cuma dengar sebab takut keluar soalan esei. Cuma you kena faham, ini dia dah bagi, it give you specific animal cell. So meaning to say there are some characteristic kat dalam ni is meant for animal cell. Kalau madam ubah sini jadi plant cell, so dia mungkin akan jadi lain sedikit sahaja. Right? Okay, let's see. Kalau tak faham kan, kejap Kita tengok sini dulu. Right? Okay. Now, bacteria size is around 1 to 5 micrometer. Remember, if in case this kind of question come out in exam, you have to give the same characteristic for you to get 1 mark. Kalau karakteristik pertama yang awak bezakan dari segi size, kedua-duanya awak kena cakap pasal size. Madam kena hafal ke 10 hingga 100 tu? Tak payah pun tak apa. Small and larger size. Cukup. Right? If both correct karakteristik, then you get 1 mark. Bukannya satu betul, satu salah, dapat 1. 2 betul, 2 makan. No. 1 correct karakteristik to be compared, then 1 mark. Okay? Right. Second one. Bacteria, the DNA not associated with histone protein. Histone ialah protein. Sejenis protein. Right? Bacteria DNA is not associated with histone protein and usually circular and free floating in the cytoplasm. Whereby animal cell or eukaryote, the DNA is associated with histone protein to form chromatin. Okay, apa itu histone? Sekejap, madam tunjuk. This is histone protein. Yang bulat-bulat ni adalah histone. Right? You can see that your DNA is actually like this. Gulung-gulung-gulung panjang macam tu. Right? So histone is actually wrapping it. Pegang dan gulung-gulung-gulung-gulungkan dia. Jadilah dia kromosom. Maksudnya daripada dia panjang macam tu, kita kompreskan dia dengan ikat dia betul-betul oleh histone protein. Understand? Right? Kita ikat dia. Macam ni kan, ni panjang. Histone akan gulung-gulungkan dia jadi padat. So jadilah dia ini bentuk kromosom. So inilah dia. So dalam ni adalah lingkaran DNA that has been associate with histone. Okay? Right. Untuk bacteria, dia tak ada histone protein. So that's why you can see dia terlentang macam tu tadi. Kromosom dia. Okay? Right. Okay, number 3. Bacteria cell or prokaryote do not have nuclear membrane. So that's why the chromosome there is naked, right? Found in the nucleoid region. Okay. While for eukaryotic cell, like example animal cell, they have true nuclear bounded by membrane. In other words, they have nuclear membrane ataupun nuclear envelope. Ada pembalut nukleus yang kita panggil nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane. Okay, number 4. Right, bacteria cell or prokaryote absence of membrane bound organelle. Dia tak ada organelle. Whereby eukaryote they have presence of membrane bound organelle. Organelle yang dibaluti oleh membrane. Okay. Ataupun kita beringkaskan have organelles. Yang tu no organelles. Macam tu. Tapi lebih tepat yang ayat panjang ni lah yang paling tepat sekali. Okay. Next, in terms of size of ribosome, so bacteria cell or prokaryote have small ribosome and eukaryote or animal cell have large ribosome. Okay, and next one, the cell wall. Kita tengah cerita pasal cell wall. So prokaryote have cell wall and the cell wall is made of peptidoglycan. Whereby for animal cell, it is absent of cell wall. Kalau madam tukar, faham tak kenapa eukaryote animal cells ini absent of cell wall? Sebab karakteristik dia sekarang ni adalah soalan dia minta pasal animal cell. Cuba kalau madam tukar, ini jadi plant cell. What would be your answer over here? Very good. So kalau atas ni cell wall, maka jawapan bawah ni akan bertukar kepada Cell wall made of cellulose. Faham ke tak? So it depends on what type of eukaryote given to you. Faham Bukan semua eukaryote tak ada cell wall. Plant cell ada cell wall. Fungi ada cell wall. Okay. Cuma cell wall dia buat daripada apa je yang berbeza. Okay. So this one is untuk plant cell. Okay. So ikut apa atas ni minta. Okay. Kalau dia bagi macam ni je. Contoh-contoh, kalau dia bagi tukar, dia tukar eukaryote je. So bawah ni perlu ke letak? Mungkin kalau awak rajin, cell wall of prokaryote made of peptidoglycan dan awak tulis animal macam mana, plant macam mana. Boleh. Right? In case dia bagi general eukaryote. Contohnya. Okay? Okay. Okay. Question? Question? Tak ada? Alright. So that's all for our lesson today. Right? So we are going to discuss the structure of typical plant cell and animal cell in the next class. Okay? Alright. So tak ada soalan.